Leopards, they're something of a legend in Israel. We at I-24 News decided to take a look at the animal which was once seen here, but hasn't been viewed in years. Leopards, animals that once walked freely in Israel, and one that Arthur Dumosh has seen with his own eyes in the wild here in the country, where he says he heard a big cat appear to feast nearby.
We had a sense something was approaching from the back, and then the female came between us.
In fact, leopards were once widespread in the Holy Land.
Here in Israel, we had two subspecies. We had one that lived up in the north, and these leopards were slightly larger and had a darker coat. And today we know them as Persian leopards, so that's one subspecies. And then in the south, in desert areas, we had the Arabian leopard.
And it's an animal that's even mentioned as part of a peace prophecy in the Bible in Isaiah 11:6. The wolf shall live with the lamb. The leopard shall lie down with the kid, the calf, and the lion and the fatling together. And a little child shall lead them. And this area has been familiar territory for these felines, with the Holy Land home to them for thousands of years. And the quick cats spotted in Israel even in recent decades.
You could often find them relatively near to human settlements.
And the animals did get dangerously close. For Dumosh, the leopard is an animal he has not only seen in the wild, but even came face to face with in his very own home in Sde Boker in southern Israel in 2007. A night he still remembers.
We were woken up in the middle of the night because of the barking of our dog. The cat jumped off the bed, and all of a sudden I see this shape coming through here along the foot end of our bed. And then I said, I have to check this out. I was not very much awake, and I sat on the edge of the bed here, and then what did I see in front of my eyes? This beautiful animal. That's the only thing what I was thinking, the leopard. Grabbed it in the scruff of the neck like you do a cat, with two hands, a big smack on it, and because he was so slim, so meager, I had a lot of skin I could grab, and I grabbed him and dragged him in between my legs.
It was a clock that was ticking, and Arthur was left with no choice but to tell his family to get help fast, with authorities eventually arriving.
So in the end they found a garbage bin, you know, these green ones with the two wheels, which is much better than the cage because they can't get hurt. Then again, after I had instructed them what to do, the animal just complied.
The leopard eventually made its way to a nature reserve, and soon the animals wouldn't be seen in the wild in Israel again.
We invade their territory. We don't care about the others, even not amongst people, but especially not to animals or plants. And this is why the leopard disappeared actually from the scene, which is sad.
While leopards can't be seen in the wild in Israel, they can be viewed here at the Jerusalem Zoo.
We have a pair of leopards, a male and a female. They're Persian leopards, so very similar to the leopards that were living up in the north of the country.
But will leopards ever be able to return to the wild in Israel?
Given the fact that leopards, they are solitary, they live alone, and they still live alone, they need really vast areas. This, together with the change in resources and our fragmentation with roads and roadkills, is actually something that prevents their joint living with us humans in this region, unfortunately.
However, others are optimistic.
We hope that one day, if conditions allow, if habitats would be restored, then we will be able, at the Jerusalem Zoo or as part of the program, to reintroduce animals into the wild.
There's a long way to go, but it can be done. It really can be done. Like they reintroduced, for example, the oryxes, which is an antelope, and the onagers, the Syrian wild asses, very successfully even. So it can be done.
A spotty future for these animals that once roamed the Holy Land.